Hello everyone, welcome back for more Let's Play Battletech. Joining me is JKLantern.
I am ready to wreck some shit with some giant robots.
And we will. So, last we left off, I believe the last mission was liberating a prison and finding our former mentor had been tortured to death in there. So now we're going to go liberate a planet.
Woo,
Liberate
freedom!
House Decimus. So, anyway.
Bio command.
So I don't know if story beats are going to happen on the way there. But we are going to get this stuff. No, Twister's out right now. That's part of the problem. So this is a random thing. On behalf of the barracks, I'm formally challenged with requesting your attendance to an assembly of the mech warriors in the lounge this evening. Libation will be consumed along with screening of the Solaris Championship. And one of our pilots managed to pick up an official holovid.
Why wouldn't you want to watch the Solaris fights?
I don't know, because we used to compete in them.
Yeah.
Canonically. So, Twister's drunk now.
Okay, Norton should be dead by this point based on how time went.
Yeah, but considering that as far as the official canon goes, all the time I spend in-game doesn't count. So.
Yeah. So, actually, Norton's interesting. Norton became champion of Solaris for like 7 years, which was a record. He did it in a rifleman. There are rumors that the rifleman he piloted was an unusual one, shall we say.
It would have to be, because riflemen are freaking paper.
So, like, once a certain thing has been discovered, there's a royal mech called the Rifleman 2. So the stock Rifleman is a 60-ton mech. The Rifleman 2 is an 80-ton mech. It's rumored that Norton may have piloted a Rifleman 2. Based on the novelizations, he didn't. But squishy?
Oh, also I didn't mention in the upgrades, yeah, our mech tech is now at 18 points. And our medical is up to 10, which, when we started, those were at about 2 and 3. So we've gone a long, long ways in making our stuff better. So anyway, it is now time to actually launch this mission against the Oregon Directorate. Welcome, Panzyr. Lady Arno and the Restoration Army already fighting on the planet's surface and have been for the last 6 years. Where have you been?
Listen, we had to beat up some jerks.
Yes, had to beat up many, many jerks. They carry the lance through the orbital debris field and drop you on the surface. So let's learn about the debris field that we are going to get stuck going through here. Holdover from Amara Civil War, Great Battle. Most wreckage is still there. In a dense field of particulate material, navigating the field would be a formidable task, but we'll have the Spaceport's control center on our side that'll help guide us in and send tugs. Which, for our mission, means absolutely nothing, but this is flavor text.
Yep. And I do love me some flavor text.
Let's see how Sumair feels. And navigation support can take us through this with the eyes closed. And what happens after we're down there? Once our lance behind enemy lines while she leads from the front. We're going to hit the supply train and target the military hardware with a target list. Getting a tight beam come from the surface. Forces on the surface desperately need help. What a
Of course
shock.
they do.
With the support of House Decimus making final push against the last major stronghold, force fully committed. We're pushing them back, but the Directorate just seized control of the only remaining spaceport, which means they can get reinforcements.
So the thing about a lot of Battletech planets, especially if you're out in the sticks like we are, there's only one spaceport on the planet anyway. Like a frequent joke about Battletech is like each planet is a city. It's not true, but it kind of is. Well, like even the planets which have like 6 billion people or however many, like just because of the way the tabletop game works and the way the setting works, it's like, oh, you conquer this specific thing, and yeah, you own the planet now. It's fine.
Yeah. Need someone to take this control center away, and that's us. Which means that now we need to go through the debris field unassisted.
This is fine.
The perfectly fine. Day just got more interesting. Yes, it did. Been a major incident of perdition. Looks like terrorist action. A chemical attack against the port city of Harlow's Landing. 11,000 dead.
And that's bad, because perdition is in the Taurian Concordat. So if something has pissed off Taurus, they may get involved and attack whoever did it. Their first inclination is going to be, oh crap, it's the Davians, time to be paranoid. But if they think it's us, the big gun in the periphery will be coming for us.
Yeah.
Now granted, big gun in the periphery is big fish in a small pond, but
we aren't even the big gun in the periphery, really.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if we get to pick all threes. I don't think so, but that sounds bad, or that isn't supposed to happen anymore, or this is a damned atrocity. I'm pretty sure we're inured enough to war that it's like, they're not supposed to use chemical weapons. That's illegal. Is not going to fly.
Oh no, that's definitely a thing in the Battletech universe. They've stopped using, even though nukes and chemical weapons exist, because war has been going on for so long and people have been blasting each other to the Stone Age, like chemical warfare, bioweapons, nukes, they don't get used. And if they do, that's like open invitation for everybody to go to town on whoever did it by any means necessary. That's why a specific war that happens in the 30s, 70s gets really nasty.
Okay, I'll take that option then. Because 11,000 deaths is a statistic. Claiming the attack was an act of Davian aggression in direct violation of the Ares Conventions, already calling it the Perdition Massacre, and for their part, Davians have denied all knowledge of the attack.
Yeah, Thomas Calderon's first inclination would be like, it was them Davians again. Well, House Davian is like, who are you?
Red herring?
Yeah.
Calderon will believe anything that Hans Davian has to say. Gonna accelerate the timetable. We need to retake your throne before it gets any worse. For was to erupt between the Federation and the Concordat could easily spill into the Reach, and no.
I love how I can't say I like the idea of a couple of superpowers inserting themselves into our campaign. Excuse me, only one of those is a superpower, comparatively speaking.
Comparatively to us?
Comparatively to us, both of them are, but
yes.
Like, I think Taurus has something like 11 mech regiments. House Davian has much more than 11 mech regiments and much bigger problems than Taurus.
Yeah. Well, we better get moving.
Yep.
Get a fully brief when we reach the planet's surface. This will be a rough drop, to put it lightly. Go ahead and trust you got this. Do me a solid. Try not to scrape the leopard's paint on your way down.
They make me do it they make me repaint if you do that.
On the outside, while we're in space. Stop
Yep.
it. You know how hard it is to paint anything in space? Let's see. You go here.
Oh,
You
yeah.
go here. You go here. So let's see. Yep. My Constitution-based fighter goes in the Stalker. My one with the sensor lock goes in the Archer. You go in the Awesome.
I'm a happy camper. The Awesome is legit just one of my favorite mechs. It's one of those, if all you have is a hammer kind of mechs, and
Yeah.
I love it. Its beauty is its simplicity.
After we get done with the story mission, we will have a couple of missions we have to burn to get the next one to open up, because I believe that is the way this does it, the whole game. But after this, I will actually go to the store and bring up the selling menu to show you how many complete mechs I have in storage. There's a spoiler, it's close to 20 million credits if I sell them all.
Am I going to be annoyed when we go into... I already know the answer to that question.
Actually, I don't know if you will or not, because I don't know if there's anything super strange on that list of things I have. No, wait, there is one thing you were kinda sorta complaining about earlier that I have like 3 of now.
God damn it. Quit having mechs that shouldn't exist.
Well, it should exist, you just said it was kinda rare.
Yeah, okay.
Specifically the Kintaro.
Yeah. Granted, I think the factory on General Dynamics maybe pumping them out, although wouldn't be that many. I could have sworn they got nuked at some point. I'd have to look that up. In fact, because I have Sarna open anyway.
So let's see, we have to take control of turrets, don't allow reinforcements to land, and destroy the dropship control center. You know, destroying the control center seems like a bad idea. Oh well. We get 1.1 million and 4 picks on salvage. Just don't ask me to do it again. Oh, considering we're about to blow up a control center, a lot of people are going to have to do that.
Yep.
Engage the enemy, locate the dropship control center, destroy it. Without the ground support, ships won't be able to navigate the field. Disintercept mission from the Koronok. They're requesting navigation aid.
Good hunting, Commander.
Okay, we have 15 rounds to get to the control center. Which is a fair ways over there.
God, I love that layout for that Black Knight. I'm still annoyed that you have it. but I love that layout.
Okay, which means I may be ignoring fights just to sprint over there and blow up that thing. Because that's a long way to freaking haul for heavy and assault mechs.
Yeah.
Vehicles. The good thing about heavy and assault mechs is they can mostly ignore things and get to where they need to go.
I read you, Commander. Moving out.
Long range, this looks like a job for steak fries.
Okay, the Black Knight may actually be my fastest mech on the field right now.
It's a decently fast heavy, as I recall. Let's see here. Let's see how fast the 7 is, because I think it has the same engine as the 8. 4.6, okay, so not super fast.
Enemy detected.
That's a Bulldog.
What can I do for you?
You know, I may just sprint him. Yeah, I'll sprint a couple of them. Which means I'm going to take some shots, but, you know, I will live with taking some shots. And if this goes badly, I can reload.
Yep.
Besides, all the sprinting means I have high evasion.
Damage minimal.
So, like 100 years after this game takes place, an upgraded version of the Stalker called the Stalker 2 gets made.
Receiving you.
It's slow as molasses, because of course it is. It has 8 medium lasers, 2 extended range LRM-10s, which means its missiles can go even farther. And then it has a special type of armor, which means it's more likely to fall down if you're piloting it, but it's also much, much, much tougher. It's possibly Courage's favorite mech ever.
Copy that.
Game is having difficulty running at the moment because recording is happening.
Yep.
Good to go. Coordinates received.
Unfortunately, I've only got one target.
Firing all weapons. Enemy vehicle destroyed.
Damage minimal.
You know, I feel the need to read a little thing.
Okay.
This is from Technical Readout 3039. It's part of the BL7 KNT Black Knight entry, so the downgraded Black Knight. The original Black Knight debuted with the Star League's 3rd Heavy Assault Regiment, the Pythons, where it earned a reputation amongst the League's enemies as a mech that had to be dismembered to be stocked. Even after being downgraded, the Black Knight is a dangerous opponent for contemporary designs. In a one-on-one battle with another heavy battle mech, assuming equally skilled mech warriors, conventional wisdom is that the Black Knight will always triumph. Yes, the writers went there.
Why not?
The
Got it.
the writers for BattleTech are giant nerds, so
Yeah.
so when
Monty
they can get
Python is not unexpected.
yep. When they can get away with it without being sued, they love sticking references in. I know in the fluff of more than one book, Hubert Farnsworth is a character. He's like some random official on a Capellan planet. It's great.
Unfortunately, these turns are going to take a while because they have a lot of units on the
System
field.
holding.
Ready for orders.
I remember there was a short story that because it was being written during the
Locked in.
height of the issues with Harmony Gold, they had to rewrite some things. So originally, like, the main mech in the story was supposed to be, like, an archer, I think. But because lawsuits,
Standing by.
the author hastily rewrote it, and he didn't check every single thing that he changed. So the main mech became a stalker. Fine, LRMs and medium lasers. Archer and Stalker both have that. The problem arises when he had the Stalker punch through a wall with its non-existent fists.
Yeah, I can see where that would be a problem.
Yeah, like for a couple years after that story was written, like, people were genuinely, like, asking on the forums, like, oh my god, is there, like, a custom version of the Stalker that has arms? When do we get to see the Stalker that has arms? And finally, like, the author had to come clean and was like, look, it wasn't originally the Stalker. Harmony Gold, the Unseen. Yeah, my bad, guys, my bad. Just pretend that paragraph doesn't exist.
I've got a bad feeling I made some severe mistakes doing what I just did. Because if this is not the way to beat this, I honestly don't know how I can be expected to get there. Because that is a lot of enemies between me and the 15-turn goal.
Yeah.
Because even if you have an LRM carrier, you still got to see it to target it.
Yeah.
Good to go.
Yeah, I can't. It won't let me sensor lock that. Not from all the way over here. Yep, let's hope we hold together, huh?
The Black Nut. All of these mechs take a lot of killing. The dragon has chosen very poorly.
Well, not in this case, it hasn't.
Most of the dragon's weapons are geared for range, is the thing. It's Since the dragon is here, I can talk about this. So, the dragon is pretty much a Cretan exclusive mech, or it was, rather. Back during the latter days of the Star League put out, like, we're like, hey, we need a mech to replace the Shadowhawk. And so House Creed is like, we have this idea for a mech, the Dragon. And so they submitted the design, whereas a Terran company submitted an upgraded Shadowhawk. We didn't find this out until many decades later, but it was actually the royal version of the Shadowhawk. Anyway, the Star League wound up going with that
Firing.
Shadowhawk, and House Creed was like, well, screw you. We'll buy this. We'll make the Dragon for ourselves. House Karita is known for hating medium mechs, and this is...
Enemy vehicle eliminated.
They believe that mediums are kind of poor compromises between lights and heavies. But the Dragon kind of functions as a medium. It's a very fast heavy, and compared to other heavy mechs, its weaponry is kind of light. It has an LRM-10 and AC-5 and 2 medium lasers. Decent skin on it. Runs at 5.8, I think, or that might be the Grand Dragon. Hang on, to my resources here. Let's see here. Yeah, 5.8 is how it runs. So, like, it has lighter weaponry than the Centurion, which it outmasses by 10 tons, and has comparable armor. So, like, it's funny that House Creed is like, we don't like mediums! Their heavy is effectively a medium.
Yeah. So I know playing with it in Mech Warrior 5, it was better if you actually treated it like a medium mech that just had a little extra armor.
Yeah.